What's to prevent AIs from filling the role of MKBHDs for everything? What do you think, Ben?
Well, I think that Matt is not following his logical chain all the way to its initial point. Like, he says that Brownlee and yourself are distinguished from the sea of content by your reputation around which you built followings. Where'd the reputation come from?
Your content.
I had 380 followers on Twitter when I started. Marcus Brownlee was a high schooler reviewing a PC remote. He couldn't review the
Amazing
PC
video. Yeah.
He couldn't review the PC because he was using the webcam to film it, right? At the end of the day, it's hard to say this without sounding like a jerk. We succeeded because we have consistently put out good content regularly on a daily or weekly basis for a decade, right? Like that's where the reputation comes from. Is there feedback that comes from that makes you better? Absolutely. Do you get better at it? For sure. Does feedback help give you information you have got otherwise? It absolutely does. Do you get access to executives? Does Marcus Brownlee, is he the number one focus for Apple such that he always gets a device, he gets all his questions asked, such that his Apple Vision Pro video is the second most viewed ever in 2 months? For sure. But that's all downstream from building this reputation. And like, does having an audience give you an advantage going forward in the world of AI? Yeah, it does for sure. But it still matters where that came from. And can AI start from zero and build an audience like that? I'm skeptical. We're talking about pure commodity output. We're talking about the averages of a bunch of inputs. Is it good? Is it useful? Is there a lot of commodity output and content out there? There is, for sure, but I would actually argue the opposite. A world of AI generated content is going to be more lucrative and more interesting for highly differentiated products, for the New York Times of the world. I wrote this before. They're suing ChatGPT. ChatGPT is great for them. Like, if everything out there is AI generated content, you're hungry for something that you feel is curated, that has a particular point of view. So again, I might be totally wrong. I'm utterly and completely biased on this question. Like, my literal livelihood depends on it. So take that with the appropriate grain of salt. But I think there's we're going to be awash in product reviews. Are you going to have an entity that consistently builds and develops? Maybe. Is that going to foreclose?
It seems plausible, but it does seem more likely that there's just going to be so much AI-generated crap on the internet that humans and users are going to go running to find trusted human
Humans
sources.
are going to be a personality layer. They're going to be a trust layer. These things that they're going to bring to the table that AI, by virtue, there's just an implication of being a commodity. Even if that commodity is brilliant, it's still a commodity. Differentiation matters. People listen to vinyl records, right? Now we'll get some angry email. An objectively inferior sort of technology. Oh, it's warmer. Ooh. It's like you got to take it out and sort of put it in.
I'm not a vinyl guy, but vinyl people will say it sounds better somehow. I don't know.
I have a friend that is he's all into it. He's got all the big speakers, all this sort of thing, swears by it. And I'm happy for him. That's great. I think we're going to have a lot of vinyl records in the future, and it's going to be a lucrative place to be.
Okay. Well, I look forward to it. And there's always a chance that Matt's exactly right, and AI bots are going to take over and replace all of us. I think we've acknowledged that from day one. But
if that's the case, then so it goes. So it goes.
It's been a good ride. The 10th anniversary could
Can't
be
complain. I made it to 10. I got some 10. That's right.
Yeah.
The diamond might not be accessible, but what are you going to do?